After I mentioned dinosaurs being confirmed, I received a few comments asking about where dinosaurs are mentioned in the books. So I decided to make a short, extra Game of Thrones A Song of Ice and Fire video about dinosaurs in the world of Ice and Fire. Hey, the novels have dragons, direwolves, mammoths, giants, maybe unicorns, and zorses and the like. Why not dinosaurs? We first read about dinosaurs in A Game of Thrones. When Sariel Farrell is talking to Arya, he mentions the strange and wonderful creatures he's seen. Striped horses, great spotted things with necks as long as stilts, stinging manticores, etc. But he also mentions seeing terrible walking lizards with scythes for claws. The word dinosaur means terrible lizard, so there is our first clue that dinosaurs may exist in their world. Next, in a world of ice and fire, the maesters talk about the fearsome creatures that exist in Sotheros. They talk about basilisks twice the size of lions, and apes that dwarf the largest giants that are so powerful they can kill an elephant with a single blow. They follow that up by saying farther south dwell even more fearsome creatures. Creatures more terrifying than a huge ape that can slay elephants in a single blow. A maester writes, "Tattooed lizards stalk the jungles, running down their prey and ripping them apart with long curved claws on their powerful hind legs." If you're a dinosaur lover, I'd be interested in your thoughts on the type of dinosaur George R. Martin is describing. I believe the dinosaurs in A Song of Ice and Fire are most likely Deinonychus. If you're a dinosaur lover, don't fight about the pronunciation. We're all going to have to agree to disagree on it. But it's fun to note this dinosaur is a close relative to velociraptors. In fact, the original Jurassic Park movie's raptors were actually modeled after these guys. Well, there's a whole thing about why the raptors look how they did in the movies, but I won't go into it. What's cool is that the Deinonychus name means terrible claw. They could reach up to around 12 feet in length and about 5 to 7 feet in height. They had a large, sickle-shaped talon on the second toe of each hind foot, which is probably why the maesters describe what they saw as lizards with curved claws on their powerful hind legs. It's believed they used this claw during their hunts to kill, inflicting deep stab wounds on their victims or kicking and disemboweling their prey. They also had curved teeth that looked like blades, which would make them very terrifying to look at. Not only that, but they most likely hunted in packs, which would make them even more frightening. There is evidence they may have had feathers throughout their lives or during a specific developmental age, but I'll get into that at the end of the video. Before George even confirmed dinosaurs or talked about them in his world, there were some downticks to this theory. Dinosaurs technically aren't lizards. Lizards and dinosaurs belong to different subgroups, so these creatures being described as such may have took away that these creatures may actually be dinosaurs for some people. But we can understand how people might mistake dinosaurs for lizards. Just looking at one without a knowledge of how to classify animals, I would make this guess. We also know in the mid-90s the hypothesis that dinosaurs had feathers received a lot of attention. And even though now there are a lot of fights about feathers on dinosaurs being less prevalent than believed and a majority of non-avian dinosaurs likely having scales. Regardless, when George R. Martin released A Game of Thrones in 1996, it was after the dinosaurs had feathers talk began. But George started writing the book in the early 1990s, if not before having the idea, when Jurassic Park was released that featured the lizard-looking dinosaurs without feathers. So even with the buzz around feathered dinosaurs in the mid-1990s, George R. Martin had already written the dialogue, was probably basing it off popular thoughts on dinosaurs, and had published the book after the feathered dinosaur discovery became well known. So regardless of what we know about dinosaurs now, we have to take into account George's knowledge of the creatures at the time when he first wrote about them. He would likely stick with the description in the later published A World of Ice and Fire. So that's it. We have dinosaurs in the world of Ice and Fire. Pretty cool. I probably find this way more exciting than others, but thanks for watching. Normal Game of Thrones, A Song of Ice and Fire videos every Sunday and Wednesday, unless I get hyped about something and release another video on an off day. Giveaway for posters is still going on. Just write a comment on any video released between August 30th and September 5th, and next week I'll pick a random winner. I only have Lannister and Targaryen posters left, and this is open to international subscribers.